Well, it's going back to normal, isn't it? Or some kind of reality, new reality, perhaps. I don't know. But um, I thought I'd come back on camera because I haven't been here for a while, just to see really how things will be different for you, perhaps in your business, perhaps the way in which you lead people, the way in which you work. Perhaps working from home will be something that you continue to do moving forward. I believe that certainly over the last couple of months, there's been a whole plethora of emotions, emotions that have challenged us, emotions that have overwhelmed us in some cases, and emotions that have left us rethinking the future. And and I actually believe that we have quite an opportunity now to revise and perhaps refine the way in which we work and the way in which we lead people that are within our care. For example, of course, the world and its dog has moved to virtual learning, and recordings like these on Zoom are now commonplace. But actually, although we recognize, don't we, that there is no substitute for human interaction and that face-to-face contact, actually they can work quite well. And in fact, I've run a number of successful international virtual training sessions on aspects of leadership, working remotely, and other elements of leadership as well. And I just wouldn't have necessarily had such easy opportunities had it not been for the virtual platform that I was able to work through. So it's got me thinking certainly about how businesses, whether they're in the same country that you're based in or whether they are based overseas and somewhere else the other side of the world, can gain access to the learning and the knowledge that training consultants like me wish to assist people with. But I think as well, there's some other reflections. And over this couple of months, the way in which the economy's changed and is likely to continue to change, and the way in which people have come out in huge numbers to show support for charitable organisations, specifically many around the NHS and health service charities, has been remarkable. And, I, like you, have been out with the Clap for Carers regularly, of course. But it's also got me thinking about the other smaller charities that perhaps have fallen under the radar. And so as part of my whole lockdown period, no, alongside, I suppose, the work that I've been doing in my day job and my instructional design, my training delivery, and also my professional speaking work, I've also created a platform which is called I Pledge to You. Now, you might have seen I've done a few videos and posts around that over recent weeks because it's super new. But it's intended to act really as an advertising platform for businesses that want to pledge some of their sales to charity. And that could be a charity of their choice or a charity that they meet through the platform whose values really speak to them. So, I mean, check it out by all means. If you're a business owner or perhaps you are a charity representative that's watching this, then, please do check it out and join us, come on board. It will be great to have you there. But my point from that is rather than a plug, it's very much really to ask you, what's going to change for you? What is your, I hate this term, new normal, because I think we're all kind of going back to some kind of reality, aren't we, as we move back to some form of working, whether that's in our standard place of work, if you like, where we started this all from, or whether it's in a new place of work. So what's going to change for you? What has changed for you? Maybe what have you realized about yourself and your wants, your needs, your desires through this whole COVID crisis. I think it really helps you, well, it's helped me realize what's truly important. And I just realized that if there's one value that I have, it's that I want to help and support people in growing. And if that's growing their business, or if that's growing their team members, or if that's growing their own skills as a leader, or if that's growing a culture of inclusion, then it's all about growth. And so I'm going to be back on camera, just sharing a bit more about that over the next few weeks. So I hope you'll join me. But there's my question to you. What has changed for you during this period of time? And what will that mean for your kind of new reality, if you like, moving forward? I'll leave you to ponder that. Maybe things are just exactly the same as they always were, but I doubt it. I think for many of us, we've seen subtle or even profound shifts in our desires, in our needs. I think those of us that have strong values, that's most of us, whether we knew it or not, perhaps those values have come to the fore. So I'd love to hear your comments, and yeah, that's it. I'm going to start keeping in touch a bit more again. So I hope to see you again soon.